My name is Paul Luna, and you're tuned into F&B Lunacy. I am here today with first-time author Francois Hugon. Made in France is the name of your book.
You know, the story of me coming to America, it took me 10 years to fulfill that dream. But in the meantime, it's not that I did a lot of things, but a lot of things did happen to me. Such as, let me see, I was kidnapped 3 times. Other things that happened, I used to work on a cruise ship. And the book also talks about, from being a 10 years old boy who was messed up because of the kidnapping, who was hiding in a closet as often as he could. Came out of the closet and not the way it sounds right now, but from a very shy boy to an extremely confident little boy, young man. That's what it was, okay? So yeah, I literally came out of the closet because I was in the closet. I might be the only one who can put it that way. And, no bad thing attended. It's 2021. So, I love all my transgender, my homosexual friend, that there is no problem, issue with that. In fact, I saw my first transvestite show when I was 15 years old. I also, I spent my 19th birthday in front of the pyramids in Egypt, which was quite a thing. Too bad I was drunk and stoned. Hashish was very available in Cairo. And I used to buy quite a few. It was the 70s, nothing wrong with that. I don't do it anymore. Last time I smoked, I was 21. Usually people start when they're 21. That's when I stopped. But I had quite fun with it, and I talk a little about the book. In fact, I used to also work on a cable ship. One thing about the book is every chapter is the name of a song from the 70s, of course. And chapter 39 is very interesting because it's in the middle of the Atlantic, spring of 1979. So I'm 19 years old. And we sailed over the Titanic. Titanic was below us. It's kind of airy when you're actually on top of it and you see iceberg around you. So it was quite an interesting chapter, and I'm not going to tell about it, just buy the book so you can read about it. But the chapter of that song is by Pink Floyd, Shine On You Crazy Diamond. My suggestion, when you read that chapter, you put Shine On You Crazy Diamond in the background and read it slow. And without smoking, you might just get high.
What brought you to America?
Well, actually, I talk about that in the book, and I don't want to give up too much. But the dream was to come to America, and I was kind of stupid. I never finished high school. In fact, I left school when I was 16, spring of 76. So that summer I did turn 17, and I went to work in a hotel where my sister was running. That wasn't my first job in a hotel business. I started when I was 14, summer of 75 or 74. Yeah. It's hard to remember when you spoke that much or you're 20. But I did remember, and I put everything on black and white, definitely. So it's better to read the book than to listen to me, actually, Amazon.com. I decided to go to a school. There are 3 hotel schools in Europe, one in Lausanne, one in Paris, and one in Nice. And I graduated from that school in May 1978. But that school was so great. They had a program in Indianapolis with a restaurant called La Tour Restaurant. It was the epitome of French service. Tableside, Guéridon, decanting bottle, oboe steak, Chateaubriand slice, cherry jubilé, banana foster, flaming coffee. I mean, you name it, we did it. But that's how we were trained. And so they had an exchange program, and you come to work at a restaurant for about a year. And after a year, you went back. Or you extended your visa for another 6 months. You were allowed to do that. And I did. I did expand that because I fell in love with an American woman, just slip of the tongue. This is it. When it's live TV right now, so kind of. But a month before my visa expired, I got married. So everybody was like, "Oh, green card, marriage, and whatever." They had a pool at the wedding. They were dating. This is gonna last 6 months or a year. Well, 41 years later, I'm still with her. 40 years later, married. We have 2 kids and 4 grandkids, and we're still together.
Francois, can you
Yes.
give us a taste in French of what was it like to be reprimanded by your sister?
J'ai été réprimandé avec elle 2 fois. La première fois, c'est quand je travaillais au restaurant Le Viking, qui était mon premier restaurant. Et j'étais jeune, j'avais 14 ans, 15 ans. Et c'était la première fois que j'ouvrais une bouteille de vin dans un restaurant. Et personne ne m'avait appris à ouvrir une bouteille de vin. Donc, moi, j'ai pris la bouteille de vin, j'ai des problèmes, et je l'ai mis entre mes jambes. Et j'ai enlevé le bouchon, ça a pété comme ça. Quand ma sœur elle a vu ça, qui était la chef dans le restaurant, elle est venue, paf, ça m'a frappé sur la joue. Et elle m'a dit, c'est pas comme ça qu'on fait, mais je sais pas. Non, c'est pas comme ça qu'on fait. Donc, elle me l'a montré après, et puis c'est la dernière fois que j'ai ouvert une bouteille de vin comme ça. La deuxième fois qu'elle m'a frappé, c'était dans un autre hôtel qu'elle dirigeait à Sifour-les-Plages. C'est à côté de Sanary, Bandol, dans le sud de la France, sur la Côte d'Azur. Et en pleine saison. Donc, l'hôtel avait 21 chambres. On travaillait le petit déjeuner, le déjeuner, le dîner. Pas de jour de congé. On travaillait du 15 juin au 15 septembre sans arrêt. Et je ne me rappelle plus ce que j'ai fait exactement. J'avais fait une bêtise et sous la pression d'être très occupé, elle est venue, elle m'a frappé. Elle m'a frappé en plein mois de juillet, je crois. Et moi, je suis parti. Je vais derrière où je dormais. Je commence à faire mes valises. Je me cache, j'en avais marre. Et elle vient me dire, elle s'excuse, elle fait, j'ai besoin de toi, ne pars pas et tout. Donc, je suis retourné, je suis resté avec elle. Mais 40 ans plus tard, on en parle toujours de cette gifle, de ces 2 gifles qu'elle m'a données. Elle était très... on l'appelle la chef. Toujours maintenant, elle a 65 ans maintenant, on l'appelle toujours la chef. C'est la chef, c'est elle qui dirige ses frères et sœurs. Et elle est comme ma mère, en fin de compte. Mais tout ça, c'est dans le livre. All that is in the book. So, and in English.
Are there any lessons you learned as a maître d'hôtel, general manager, that you think are no longer shared with management today?
I was professionally and traditionally trained in France to manage in a certain way. The single best management training I ever got was through Hyatt. And they put me through a seminar and taught me that what I call TSDR. I wrote a training program based on not what I told them as a manager how to do things. I wrote it listening to the guest, and if the guest, the easiest part to disappoint someone is when they have built expectation. The higher the expectation, the easier it is to be disappointed. So when they go to a restaurant and they expect something and you don't meet that expectation, right away they're going to say you suck. So my training was, here's what the guests want, here is who's responsible, and here is how we're going to make sure we meet that responsibility and that expectation. It's only 3 pages that I put together. I use that training program, and I've used it so many places. Even now in Indianapolis, and I launched the business, I'm sales, in wine sales, I still use that. So I'm trying to get it video recorded. So it'll be available on video in some shape, way, or form. I'm trying to do that. My 4th step of selling a bottle of wine, for example, and I get them to stand up and sell it to me. And I always pick the shyest one because, listen, if you're shy, you don't belong in this business. If you're afraid of talking to people, you don't belong in that business. If you see some guy working in a suit and a Rolex and his wife's got a 20-carat diamond and she shows it, if you get impressed by that, you don't belong in the business. In fact, the more they show it, the less shy you should be, because there is only one goal when you're a waiter, and that's all over the planet. Your one goal is to take the money. They flash it, Take it. How do you take it? You sell. You sell an aperitif. You sell an hors d'oeuvre. You sell an appetizer. You sell a second course. You sell a third course. You sell the cheese tray, your salad. You sell dessert, and you sell your afternoon drink. Oh, and wait a minute. We have some champagne. Would you like to close it with some champagne? Bam. You know, I teach them how to sell, what to say, what not to say. So it's pretty in depth. So I'm working on that, and I hope before I die I'll put it together. But it's fun.
Francois, Amazon does not deliver to Switzerland. How can we purchase the book?
So if you go on Amazon.com, say "Made in France," and enter my name or the name of the co-writer, and it'll pop up, and it give you the option paperback or Kindle.
Currently, what's important in your life?
You know, it's funny because at the end of the book, you'll see, and I'm not giving anything away here, but you know, I'm in a plane in Paris. I'm 3 days before my 20th birthday. Good-looking man, not old man like I am now, you know. And I have $50 in my pocket, pack of cigarette, one-way ticket, and a dream. The dream I've had since I was 9 years old. And I'm going to America. Now, I've been here for 41 years. And what's important to me, you know, you always, you know, through your 20s, your 30s, you think about what you're doing. And sometimes you forget about the important thing in life, like family, because you're so consumed by your work. And you come to an age, I have two amazing children, a son and a daughter. My daughter lived in France for 2 years and changed her life. My son, he's a rocket scientist, graduated from Georgia Tech. He's an aerospace engineer. That was the best investment I ever made. I paid for his college. That take care of my nursing home if I even make it that far. You know, hey, you know. Even though my son said, you know, Dad, it's if you spend 1 year on a cruise ship, it's half the price that's spending 1 year in a nursing home. I am a grandfather 4 times. I got an 8-year-old grandson, a 5-year-old granddaughter from my son, and from my daughter, I have a 2-year-old little girl and a 5-week-old little boy. And to me, this is it. You know, when I was 9 years old, that was the reason of me coming here. This is my meaning of life. It's the best thing I ever accomplished in my life. You raised my 2 kids, and it's amazing. So I'm 61, and I can die with a smile because I know the meaning of life. When I look in the eyes of my grandkids and they look right back on me and they tell me, I love you, Papé. You know, they call me Papé on top of it, you know, Southern France, Provence. You know, that's it. I'm a happy guy. I love what I do for a living, and I love being a father and a grandfather. To me, that's the best thing in the world.
Francois, do you consider yourself a lunatic?
The answer to that is I believe I'm going to create that fan club called the Lunatic. And yes, you have to be a lunatic to be in this business. And you don't enjoy life if you're not a lunatic. Don't take yourself seriously. Be serious about what you do, but don't forget to have fun. Don't forget to smile, to be happy, to make people happy. And when you got to our age, to give back to people. And I have a few younger waiters and managers that, you know, that I help, that I take care of, that I mentor. And to me, it's great, you know, to give back. So yeah, I am a freaking lunatic.